Hello, y'all. It's 5:17 p.m. So I had to come back on here. Wow. A loud vehicle passed by the instant I started this video. So they must have some new people here because even though so far I don't hear their TV, but I hear them talking loud and they have a dog that won't stop barking. Sounds like a black mother and daughter. The voices of mother and daughter, or it could be a son, but they must have just checked in at 3 o'clock because ever since about 3 o'clock or so they've been like shuffling around and making a lot of noise. I mean, I understand if you just move in or whatever, but I can't get any peace now because they have a dog that just won't stop barking. So okay, so I had to come back on here because the way the perps stalk my own YouTube more than I do. They stalk my TikTok more than I do. They stalk my blog more than I do. They stalk my Twitter more than I do. They stalk my Ko-fi more than I do. They stalk my fundraiser more than I do. They stalk my link tree more than I do. They stalk everything about me more than I do. They stalk my dollars more than I do. They stalk my every breath more than I do. So, a video that I just about could never get a freaking 11 thumbs up for. So I'm pretty sure I got more than 11 thumbs down in that video where the online perp, it sounded like Anthony, something Anthony would say, but if not Anthony, then it probably was the fake Darnell Williams perp or another perp. But you're bold enough to bully, harass, and threaten me, but you're not going to show your face or tell me your identity, but you know all about me. Brand new account, a week old, set up March 12th, and come up here and, making threats to report me to the Social Security office and falsely accusing me of scam and fraud. See, I told y'all that the online perps that they be doing dirt behind the scenes. If I think I'm not being harassed, they conspiring and doing shit behind the scenes. So, I took the risk of exposing that comment on TikTok, and I'm glad that TikTok didn't take it down. So, this perp that's probably a total stranger. I don't know who the perp is. But if y'all so bold, reveal your face and name. But you a man and can't you a man and you're not gonna reveal yourself to a woman? You will hide behind fake names and avatars and identities? With a woman online, what can I do to you? Reveal your face and name and then talk the fucking shit. So the online perp, that's how you know it's harassment and that they're lying. Because if you feel the need to make copy and paste and spam the same comment on multiple videos, and that's how, and then that many thumbs up, that's that whole cult. That's that whole cult. Just harassing and fucking with me unprovoked, without cause, for no reason. I'm not messing with you. I'm not bothering you. So they made threats and try to instill fear. to, they threatened to, I'm gonna report all of your, I mean, I put the comment, I put the comment, the screenshot of the comment, I put it in the most recent community post. And, as I say, y'all deceiving yourselves if you choose to believe the lies that the perps say. The first week that I paid for to stay in this hotel was with my own Social Security check. I have other bills to pay with my check and expenses to pay with my check too. So the second week I had a little money left over, and then somebody donated the day after I was asking for help for another week because the weather had been cold. So by the time that person donated the next day, the day after I asked for help, I had a little left over. And so then by the time this past week rolled over, I had $236 or something. So I'm like, oh, well, this could be enough. I mean, halfway or something. Well, actually less than halfway, but, enough for another week to stay here. So I got the extra help for that, plus, enough for food and everything. So, the online, well, I guess in person as well, but gang stalkers, they don't want you surviving. They don't want you to live. Assisted or even making it, I said in the previous video, they don't want you to survive or live, whether you're making it on your own or getting assistance from others. If you don't want me to beg on anymore, take me off the blacklist. If you don't want me to beg and panhandle anymore, take me off the blacklist, stop gang stalking me, and let me make a living. But the damage is already done. It's like it's no turning back. People ain't gonna switch their minds. Because they would rather do evil than to do good and do mankind, humanity, people. It's inhuman. I mean, the nature of humanity to set out to plot to do whatever evil and wickedness that they can get away with. But they lie and front like they're righteous do-gooders, and then they work extra hard and fight tooth and nail to put on a fake image and a fake mask to pretend like they're do-gooders. But they don't do good without an agenda or a hidden bad motive. And a lot of times people might pretend to do good to you as a way to manipulate and lure and bait and trap. Lure and bait you in and then trap you and then set you up to be very, very fucked up. And then so that when you have a falling out with them, they'll pretend that you did them all XYZ dirty and that you hurt them. Ask Trisha. I'm going to bring it up again and I'm going to say it again. Ask Trisha. She didn't have good intentions. And she need to be locked up in prison. She did stuff that a person should be locked up in prison for life. She almost went to fucking jail. So I mean, it's like, so out of nowhere, in not the video before this one, but the video that I did in the middle of the night, I just a couple of hours ago got no notification and it was hidden comments in the spot where it said newest. And 11 perps found found that motherfucker's comments before I did, and fraudulently and illegally gave him an 11 undeserved thumbs up. I didn't even get 11 thumbs up on my I didn't even get 11 thumbs up on my video. I mean, I don't even know if I got 4 or 5 thumbs up. But I didn't get 11 thumbs up on my video. But you think that somebody's comment has more power and authority over my videos? Get the fuck off my damn channel and stop stalking me and leave me the fuck alone. Y'all all deserve to rot in prison. Darius, Anthony, Trisha, Miss Samantha, all you fake TI perps that sold out, and regular perps too, all y'all deserve to rot in prison. And narcissistic abusers, y'all all deserve to rot in prison and then go fry in hell with your master Satan. And stop pretending that you're God's chosen, because you're not. You're Satan's chosen elect. And my twin sister and the rest of the mentally slow, crazy biological family, the fake foster family, the Masonic smelly craft family, all y'all. But y'all fraudulently and illegally running free with undeserved success in life. Undeserved praise. So, I'm sitting here struggling outside, freezing to death, and y'all gonna sit there and falsely say that it's fraud. Y'all coming at the wrong one, because why don't you go, I'm gonna say it too, why don't you go after our satanic American government that's stealing our tax dollars and giving it to foreign countries like Ukraine and the illegals and everything else? And I'm gonna say it. That's who you need to go after and get mad at. Why aren't you bitching and stalking the president, Biden? Why aren't you stalking, harassing, and following him? If you found out the truth about the favorite celebrities, that the satanic favorite celebrities that you idolize and worship, I mean, y'all ain't gonna stalk and follow and threaten and harass them. I'm considered a nobody, just basically trying to live my life and survive, and you're using projection, and you think it's legitimate and legal, and you don't think that targeting people is a fraud? I mean, you think that targeting people isn't a fraud? You don't think that targeting people is a fraud? Harassing somebody who never did you anything? Meddling in other people's business? Sex trafficking? So, Social Security, fuck them anyway, because that always, and y'all can show them this fucking video. I don't care. I'm going to say it again. Even though I am disabled and I was forced to be disabled because of the foster care abuse, made me disabled, and the mind control experimentation, satanic ritual abuse, MK Ultra, made me, and witchcraft, voodoo, and all that is the cult and everything combined, made me disabled. I probably could have been considered as born disabled, but the fake foster care system made everything worse. So they try to say that me and my twin sister and Wyatt and Derek were all considered crack babies. And I think they said Sean too. But if Derek is the youngest and walking around here like he delusionally believes he's a mentally normal thug, you ain't a real thug physically abusing and beating on women, and you won't fight another man. Dirty Derica. Abusive, narcissistic woman and child beater Dirty Derica. The foster brother Joe of the mentally slow, crazy biological family. And Derek is mentally off, slow, and retarded too. Ain't mentally God at all. So if we all supposed to be some doggone mentally off, slow, retarded crack babies, but I freaking excelled and had, you know, achievements in life. I couldn't be too retarded. But yeah, y'all forced me to be disabled, coerced, disability, so y'all can get money. Now y'all attacking me for my twin sister's lies and false accusations against me. But why aren't y'all defending both of us and mad at the foster mom? Y'all think y'all love to throw it in my face that I deserve the abuse that I experienced from the foster mom. And that the foster mom did everything right. You weren't there. I mean, how you think you know so much about a stranger from online? Like, why are you so invested in my life? I'm not important. Cause you're doing it for scamming for money by gang stalking and torturing people and ruining lives. I mean, while y'all got y'all fraudulent, illegal mansions and Lexus and Range Rovers and everything else, and I'm sitting here struggling for. I mean, all I have is oatmeal to eat later on, oatmeal and broccoli, and maybe a couple of, and I might have 1 cup left of the small little mac and cheese. I have a small amount, other than a huge bag of broccoli. I have like no more meat in here. Like Wednesday and Thursday, and I guess maybe Friday. Well, today was the last day I had meat to eat. Thanks to you that supported and helped me. So, yeah, the gang stalking network, if you didn't want me to beg or panhandle or ask for help, you shouldn't have ran me out of Pensacola. Wait till the winter and run me out of Pensacola and force me in colder weather. And then I come here to Cincinnati and get treated like I'm not welcome here either. Like I'm not wanted here. And so, if I was still in Pensacola, they probably would have the spring weather now. And if they didn't do what they did at UWF pool, I could, and if they didn't run me off from 25 West Government Street, I could have been saving more money, and I could have slept at that spot if people would have left it alone. If I could sleep there under that shelter overhead, and then go on UWF campus and go take a shower, and then come back and sleep there. But you ran me off from that spot. You ran me off from by the bay. Sick the police on me like dogs. Ran me off from UWF pool. And and I have been a member, like last year, it wasn't until like November or December. But other than that, I haven't even been getting. I mean, they started to the ladies there started to harass and perp me while I was trying to take a shower. So and then me trying to keep a low profile and stay in everybody's good graces and trying to stay out of trouble, and felt like, well, I couldn't afford to get banned from here. But I mean, when abusive narcissistic Nancy, abusive narcissistic perp Nancy, when she did what she did, I was forced to have to leave. And then that fake bus driver Yolanda, when her threatened, she was gonna have me locked up in a mental institution right away. So I just like quickly rushed to pick a city anywhere random in the US. And I didn't even want to come here in the first place. But they were trying to capture me and get me locked up right now. And I was having almost daily occurrences of being terrorized and harassed on the streets, and I got footage of all that. But if I started releasing more videos of the daily harassment and perping that I got on UWF campus, it would clog up your YouTube feed. And I didn't want to be stingy and selfish. But I did that to protect myself and trying to save and preserve whatever allowances and freedom that I could hold on to. And so they had perps who were trying to set me up to get wrongfully banned from the campus. And if they tried it at this campus too. But I can't even afford to take showers at the college here. I can't afford their membership. So and then I feel like I gotta, whenever, get all my hair cut off and start all over again, because my hair is ruined from the chlorine. And I feel like any more swimming I want to go to, I hope it will be like in the future just natural bodies of water with no chlorine. So I know they said chlorine is toxic and not good for you anyway. But my hair is so rough and rugged and raggedy and crusty from the chlorinated pool. So if it weren't for the winter cold, it's now spring. So imagine if it's March or April, I'm still by 25 West Government Street, sleeping there at night, unbothered, and then go to UWF campus to take a shower. And if I had that shelter overhead, I wouldn't really have to ask for help for hotel room, or I wouldn't have to ask for help for hotel room or showers or nothing. And that check could have almost stretched me the whole month, because this is how it used to be in 2019. Before the what started in 2020, I was asleep by 600 West Garden Street. By the it used to be the abandoned bank that turned into one of my favorite Asian restaurants. But even the owners there are perps. But I love and miss the damn food there. So before they turned into a restaurant, remember I told y'all about whenever I sleep by an abandoned building, the perps, the Masonic rich narcissistic perps buy up the property and then kick me away, and then I have to go find somewhere else, and then I have nowhere. That's what happened with 532 West Garden Street, and it also happened with 25 West Government Street, and I don't remember what other places. Oh yeah, 532 West Garden Street, and I was sleeping there even in a tornado in April of 2021. And more than one tornado. I witnessed a podium be lifted up and thrown in a tornado. I mean, they said it wasn't even safe to be out there, and I did not have help with hotel room and was forced to be out there. And during that time, my twin sister, that was when my twin sister said, you see, that copied off what the foster mom would say. You see that GoFundMe that you got up there, you might want to leave it up there for your burial. But here, my own twin sister's donating to strangers GoFundMe, donating $100. But you cruel, cold-hearted, and abusive towards your own twin sister, and you see me suffering. But then she got a roof over her head, and crying about hail damaging her car. Fuck your car. You got a damn roof over your head, and I ain't got shit, nothing. Y'all just mad because I told the fucking truth about y'all. So, they're like, oh, Candy can't be struggling too much. Oh, look at she chasing after innocent people during, it was supposed to be during tornado and hail. That ain't your damn business. But I can't comment on your sexually perverse lifestyle that you want to live. Or the fact that you sold your soul and proud of it. Selling your soul, that's the only closure I have, and the only rational, reason for why you would be cold and cruel and won't let up with your own twin sister, but you're merciful and forgiving towards straight up, total, complete strangers that do you dirty. I mean, as I said, I wish that my twin sister would undo the brainwashing that the foster family put in both of our heads. And I mean, like, they brainwashed both of us to hate and be hostile towards the biological mom, Frances. The foster mom drilled that in our head. And I was so young that I had to learn later on that I should have not listened to what the foster mom said and developed my own opinion about the biological family, because we had already turned 18 and became adults, and the foster family and the social worker the foster mom and the social worker was still trying to control us and restrict us from having any dealings at all with the biological family, and had us frightened and scared because they knew that we didn't have anywhere else to go. The biological family wasn't going to let us stay with them. So, I mean, it's, and I'm hearing a loud vehicle again. Oh, that's them fucking motorcycles. So, I mean, I'm sitting here dying out here in tornado and hail, and I nearly lost my life. And I wasn't supposed to be out there in that weather. But I had no help. And was going to die in the freaking hurricanes, tornadoes, freezing weather. And y'all didn't give a fuck. But for me to just preserve my life is a scam and a fraud. And so the online perps try to frighten and scare me, and excuse me, they try to make I'm gonna show them I'm gonna contact Social Security and show them the fraud that you committed, and you've posted numerous videos telling about how much money you got or whatever. But if I weren't here in the hotel, I don't know if I would have died out in 17-degree weather. Are you fucking? How about you go live in 17-degree weather? How about you go 3 fucking days with no food? I bet y'all eating good. Y'all want to try to control and dictate that I should only eat once a day. Oh, she's too prissy to eat at the dollar menu. How about you go eat at the dollar menu? Or how about you starve? Or how about you allow other people to control how you spend your money? Stop trying to control people. Y'all, I'm going to say it. Y'all all deserve to die and go to hell. I'm fucking sick of y'all. I am fucking sick of y'all. I'm fucking sick of y'all. And other professed targeted individuals said that too. Y'all all deserve to go die. Since there's no earthly consequence for what y'all doing, all y'all doing is just getting rewarded. And y'all be saying stuff like that you hope that I get put out of my own misery, or y'all may be making threats at me. You threaten to bash my head in concrete. You threaten to shoot and kill me. You say that you hope that somebody would throw me out into the river for no to never be for my body to never be found again. You hope that I get put down like a rabid dog. So why can't I say that y'all deserve to die and go to hell? Fry in hell with your master Satan. Y'all sit there and say that I hope Candy kills herself. And as I said, I should have be well within my right to be frustrated and sick and tired and fucking had it. I've been suffering fucking depression, and y'all gonna add, and anxiety, and all y'all gonna do is increase it and add more. Gang stalking is the real fraud. Terrorizing and trafficking is the real fraud. I'm sitting here living, getting just the bare minimum. So if I'm sitting here getting like $40 worth of groceries and try to stretch it for a week here at this hotel, and just staying out of the cold weather and everything, that's not living large. But the perps are clear that they want me dead. And they would say that they hope I get jumped, they hope I get hit by a car, they hope I get shot and killed. So you know I mean, as I said, it's like, why are y'all causing me unnecessarily for something that has nothing to do with y'all, causing me more distress and more misery? And I figured that that person who said that was too smart to be David Jane. So I knew it wasn't him this time. So if it wasn't the fake wannabe perp Darnell Williams, then I don't know what perp it was. But he probably came on YouTube and made another fake account, and whoever it was, and laughing the whole time while typing like you're angry but laughing behind the screen. That's how they do. Typing like you're angry but laughing, like laughing behind the screen like it's funny. So even though I'm disabled, I never wanted to be controlled and abused with Social Security in the first place. I never wanted Social Security in the first place. They had me blacklisted before I can get out of foster care. I'm telling y'all that the abusive fake foster mom behind Stank Horlanika from the Masonic Smelly Craft family, the foster mom Adrian Felder, and nobody, I'm gonna scream the fucking truth out. If you don't want to hear it, unsubscribe. But I'm letting y'all know. The abusive fake foster mom Adrian Felder scapegoated me and for something I didn't do, and then put me in this program for revenge. I mean, nobody's outraged about the foster mom. I mean, that should make national news. The foster mom abused us and put us in a cult and put us on psychiatric medication. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make that sound. But she forced us on psychiatric medication. And then all those times that threw me like abusive narcissistic perps that they over exaggerate fake anger and don't know anything about me. Throw me, in New York, they would throw me in a mental hospital against my will and then tell me, you probably don't even need to be there. And I didn't need to be there. And even in a medical aspect, not the mental, the medical aspect, they treat you like a prisoner and try to control what you eat when you go to the hospital, even for something physical. All you got to do is go to the emergency room. They won't let you eat at all until after you saw the doctor. What the hell is crazy, nonsensical, fake procedures? And you're sitting here starving, and then you gotta wait 14 hours before you can eat again after you saw the doctor in the emergency room. So, they the online perps trying to. I mean, as I said, the look at the community posts on my profile, the most recent community post, and I'm glad I got a couple of thumbs up and that people believe me. But y'all out y'all fucking minds that I almost rolled over and died in 28-degree weather. What make you think I'm supposed to survive in 17? I'm telling you, y'all motherfuckers got blood on y'all hands. If I die out in the freaking freezing weather, y'all got blood on y'all hands. If I starve to death, y'all got blood on y'all hands. If I die anyway, even if, and I would try my best not to, even if I do it myself, y'all got blood on your hands. But I'm not even feeling suicidal right now. Even though I'm depressed, but I'm not even feeling suicidal right now. But y'all got blood on y'all hands. And y'all are fraudulently and illegally, criminally, illegally, and undeservingly surviving off of blood money, because you probably blood sacrifice other people too. I'm sitting here being tortured with weapons and forced disabled and having all this other stuff happen to me, forced sleep deprived. And y'all sit there and, falsely accuse them. Like, y'all think my existence on the face of this earth is a damn fraud. That I'm not even allowed basic survival. I'm an author. I write. They even falsely said that me writing and making money from writing is fraudulent and a scam. The foster mom and the fake social worker, abusive, narcissistic, feminist, hardcore butch man dyke, Karen Pierce, forced me against my will to be on SSI and Social Security. And the foster mom was taking the freaking lump sum and taking the bigger checks. The foster mom committed all kinds of financial fraud to illegally steal the success she has. But guess what? 2006, after Hurricane Katrina, she was battling 0-stage breast cancer. And then I heard that, what year was that? 2017? She had a stroke. Right around the time when her sister Dana died. And she wasn't even close with Dana. And my twin sister and the foster family themselves, like, when I went over there, I mean, the foster mom, they didn't even invite me to Dana's funeral or nothing. When April and all them came in town, the foster mom, I was treated like a non-relative. Even though I'm not genetically related, but you always throw in my face about how many years you've been taking care of me. So I would be, 13 years old, and she would throw it in my face. I've been taking care of you for 14 years. Bitch, I'm not 14. That's how I'd be like. I mean, they like to over-exaggerate age. So you can be 32 years old, and they'd be like, Candy, let me tell you something. You're 40 years old. Or you almost 40 years old. So now that I'm 39, they'd be like, Candy, let me tell you something. You almost 50 years old. Well, why am I still being addressed as little girl or girl if I'm almost 50? You weren't 50 years old being called girl or little girl or little girl. So, the online perp try to falsely make it. You copied and pasted the same comment 3 or 4 times on different videos. The same spam comment full of smear campaign lies. And then you had it a week ago, and you had like a fake perp troll kind of picture in your profile. But for me to have a legitimate job where I'm on payroll with W-2 and working 8 hours a day, minimum wage, being workplace mobbed and treated like shit, and being days of sleep deprived, that's called being fraudulent. Yeah, as I said, Candy doesn't have any perp ethic. That's what it is. I'm not selling out, but y'all want to try to beat me into submission because they're like, ooh, great. If we can destroy her Social Security or get her in some kind of trouble, we can leave her at no choice but to either kill herself, commit suicide, or sell out and become one of us. And I never heard of, if I sell out, then the perps get a big bonus. They probably do. But I heard that if you commit suicide or off yourself or unalive yourself, then I heard that if you do that to yourself, then I heard the perps get a big payout. I heard that if they kill you, if they murder you, people get a payout too. But it's bigger if they can get you to do it yourself. But they have tried to kill me too. As I say, humanity operates in a way where they would do whatever evil that they can get away with while lying and fronting like as if most people strive to do good. The Bible says opposite, that the heart of man, basically is just super wicked. Wicked motherfucker, wicked, 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 wicked. I mean, so if what I did was fraudulent, then I wouldn't even put up the screenshot of that perp for all to see. But I mean, as I said, they watch my fundraiser, they watch my YouTube videos, they stalk all of my online activity like a hawk. And as I said, why don't you, if y'all have houses and cars, why don't y'all go take some time out and go to go whitewater rafting or something, or go swim with the dolphins or something. Leave me alone. Y'all try to. I wouldn't get fulfillment and joy out of life of stalking the move of somebody I don't even know and trying to destroy. I mean, if I had a way to do it, I damn sure would travel a lot and explore nature. Stand underneath the waterfall again, walk through a forest, take a picture of an ant carrying a leaf on its back, go to a butterfly museum or something. Well, their workplace mobbed me so much that I wouldn't want to go back to the Grand Canyon ever again. And those evil bastards try to manipulate me to fall off a cliff more than once in my life. Once in the Blue Ridge Mountains in past Greenville, South Carolina, and also at the Grand Canyon. They try to manipulate me to fall off a cliff. God must have been with me, because I mean, I don't need, my family wouldn't, if I would have fallen off that cliff in Greenville, South Carolina, nobody would have cared or questioned. But because I was an employee at the Grand Canyon, if I went missing, then maybe I might have had a little luck with somebody trying to locate and find me or whatever. But I hear all kinds of scary stories about, and I didn't know until after I left from there, about how many people go missing at national parks. So when I went to the travel through the Blue Ridge Mountains, I think that was a state park. But I mean, that traumatized me. I don't think I will ever in my life do that again. All because I was looking for some, like, this natural water from findaspring.com that was in, you had to go through the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I kept getting lost and I couldn't find it, and I finally found it, and it was worth the suffering and the headache and the hell. It took me hours to find it, and I rented a car just to go. It was a Ford Fiesta that I didn't like driving. But I went, and I even got locked out of the damn car too. So not there, but later on, or it was a different day. But I rented the car for the whole weekend, and You drive for 10 minutes and the gas will go from full to empty in 10 minutes. I'm like, you serious? Or maybe the perps must have manipulated the car to be like that. But it was worth, I did feel like it was worth the experience to have that natural spring water. And it healed it also, just like the swimming in the clay lake at Paris Mountain State Park, at the Blue Ridge Mountains, that find a spring water. It healed just about every doggone ailment, and it made me feel better. It made me feel better. And I wish I could re-experience that water again. I think I'm saying fuck Kentwood water from New Orleans. That we thought that Kentwood water, I mean, not from New Orleans, but from Louisiana, Kentwood water, we thought was the best water. And we thought that bunny bread was like the best bread, or sunbeam bread. We thought it was the best bread. So we used to love that dog, and somebody said that Kentwood water didn't taste the same anymore. So come to find out, they did change it around, and I heard that people can't go to the Kentwood Springs like they used to be able to. But back in the 80s and 90s, old Kentwood water was the doggone best. But they had some good tasting water in Costa Rica as well. I forgot what kind of water, the name it was. What brand of water in Costa Rica. But the mentally slow, crazy biological family laughed at me going to Costa Rica on a college trip. They thought that was funny to them. And they perked the shit out of me and abused me. And people, the people from University of New Orleans and the Costa Ricans. No, it's like the only Costa Ricans that wanted to be bothered with me were the ones that looked like me, black like me. But the ones that look indigenous or Hispanic or white, more white, yeah, they treated me mean. I will never forget this abusive mean bitch named Arepa in Costa Rica. That mean bitch Arepa, Arepa in Costa Rica. Our first day there, like when we went to San Ramon, Costa Rica, and I love the experiences with nature, but I didn't realize I was being gang stalked in Costa Rica. And everybody turned against me. They even got Nadine. So and then my twin sister set me up to have to be forced to go to Costa, and she was using the shit out of me and taking advantage of my money, and I was forced to go to and she didn't give a fuck either, and I was forced to go to Costa Rica broke, penniless, with no money. And then the student loan fund, and it's weird how that had that set up. The student loan funding didn't come, or like the refund check or whatever didn't come until after it was almost time to leave Costa Rica. And nobody wanted to help me. I had to beg and panhandle for money in Costa Rica, but nobody wanted to help. The students and all that, they didn't want to help. So I guess I predict that maybe you online perps are gonna probably do a fake follow-up video and say, well, Candy was begging for money, and Candy was begging for money even in Costa Rica. But I just told y'all why I had no choice. And then my twin sister would skirt around and lie and say that she did. She needed to get her ass beat for that. You know, she skirted around it. Her and her husband then lied and said that they slid the money under my door. No, they didn't. And the foster mom didn't give a damn. And she stole control over my car before I left Costa Rica. I mean, the whole time when I was in Costa Rica, she had my car in her possession and fraudulently and illegally drove it like it was hers. And the foster mom and the foster sister Shelly would get in my face and lie and say that they never drove my car. Or I would eyewitness Shelly's husband Brian in 2006 scoot the seat way back, and Shelly was sitting on the passenger side. They never let me drive their truck. They never let me drive their BMW or nothing. The foster mom almost never let me drive that blue van. I didn't like driving that thing either. But I loved my Hyundai Elantra. Was very comfortable for me. But I hated that I was scammed and fucked over with that car by an abusive narcissistic perp named Raul Zahur. Raulzajur. And I didn't know my rights back then because the foster mom had us overly sheltered. If I would have stood up to, I don't know what would happen if I would have stood up to him and got the car I really wanted. I was trying to get the green Hyundai Elantra with the sunroof. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Did my car have a sunroof? Wait, you know what? I think my car, yeah, I don't remember if my car had a sunroof or not. But it was a 2005 Hyundai Elantra. It was a black 2005 Hyundai Elantra. And I went into a depression during Hurricane Katrina because that perp Raul, fucked over me with the car. So how many times I've been scammed and fucked over, and everybody say that I deserve it. If I get financially scammed and fucked over, I get treated the same judgmental abuse and victim blaming as if how I would get treated with if I got raped. But there was so much sympathy for a dude walking out at 1:00 in the morning in the hood and go buy a pack of cigarettes. And if he get robbed, then they got all the sympathy for him. But if a female get raped or if somebody get taken advantage of with money, there's the judgmental victim blaming. And they try to guess like they were narcissistically guess like they were there. When you were in a whole different city and state, how are you going to tell what rape happened to me? How are you going to tell what events happened in the house and you weren't there? Excuse me. Or you talk like you know more. You talk like you know more about my rape situation than I do. So I apologize if I've taken up so much of y'all time ranting in this video. And I know the abusive, nosy, narcissistic perps are gonna fraudulently and illegally meddle in my business like they do each and every video. And watch this too. So that's how they do. They fuck with you first, and then you snap back and retaliate, and now all of a sudden they want to cry about a lawsuit and cease and desist. They threaten you with cease and desist to try to stop you from exposing the truth about their shit, about their dirty ways. They want to threaten you with lies, threaten you and say that lies, and slander, defamation, and libel, and they want to take legal action and do cease and desist letters and all that. Well, you put my name out there first, or you dox me first. And then you want to say it like I'm too retarded to know what doxing is. That is doxing. Well, you freaking dox the whole damn address and put my safety in danger. And you a man all the way in Australia doing this to a woman. Or a man all the way, a Freemason all the way in the United Kingdom doing this to a Black American woman. I'm disabled and ain't got really no support. So, I mean, I'm sitting here freaking depressed and going through mental issues. I mean, I'm mentally disturbed about having to be back out on the streets on Friday. And y'all threatening that y'all are contacting Social Security and that y'all gonna, if I was truly committing fraud, why y'all didn't put this to a stop in the beginning? Because I'm not committing anything. And I'm going to say it again, fuck Social Security. Fuck the fake foster mom and fake social workers. The foster mom was that fucking greedy for an extra $300. And that's how arrogant they are, that they don't think that the slave will wake up and fight back. They don't think that the slave will wake up and fight back. The foster mom thought she was going to control me for the rest of my life. My twin sister knows more than I do about these supposed life insurance policies taken out on us. So my twin sister knows more secrets than I do. That's how I know she's initiated. Initiated, perp, witch, and Eastern Star, and voodoo practitioner. But she been lying on me. That's another smear campaign. She was lying on me for years, saying that I do voodoo, and I don't even know voodoo tactics. But she bragged about doing a voodoo spell on her ex-girlfriend, on an ex-lover. I mean, yeah, my twin sister been living a high life, having flings with female police officers, being rewarded stud of the year and going to the clubs and parties and whatever, and I live depressed in my apartment for years. Even in Los Angeles, I mean, as I said, the only reason why I was going to the bar downtown in Pensacola, homeless and trying to survive and get my phone charged and eat. I wasn't even drinking. And almost all those restaurants had bars in them called bar and table, or restaurant and bar, or something like that. So, like, even if you go to Texas Roadhouse, which is not downtown, if you're a single person, they try to push you to go sit at the bar. And I really hate sitting at the bar. Or they'll make you wait hours and then say, well, if you go to the bar, basically you don't have to wait. So for me to go to O'Reilly's during brunch on the weekend, if they wrongfully banned me from fake Bodacious, and Bodacious is not a bar, but I think they might not serve alcohol, but I think in their gift shop or whatever they might sell alcohol. I'm not sure, but all I know is I wanted to work at the gift shop in Bodacious, and I applied for the dishwashing jobs twice and got denied twice. My job application got denied. So I even tried to work there. I really love that Bubba Sweet spot over there, but I tried to inquire about a job over there, and they said that they had their people, but they had the sign that said, "Oh, we're not hiring." And if I try to inquire about working there, they said that they didn't need nobody. 2 weeks later, I see a new person. And then Peter Brooks' place, I applied to work there. And the guy got rude when I tried to check on the status of my application. And at the ice cream shop, the AJ's place, a while back, I tried to inquire about a job opportunity there. They tried to make like they didn't have nobody. That they didn't really need nobody. But see, places like Cactus Cantina, it's too chaotic and too busy. I can't work at a place like that with my disability. Too much noise and chaos. But I really did love Bubba's Sweet Spot, and they had the best homemade, I don't know, I guess it was homemade sea salt peanut butter cups. Like, oh man. Something about milk chocolate and sea salt made me fall to my knees. But I thought I would like salted caramel and peanut butter mixed together, but kind of found out I don't like it. Turned out to be nasty. I don't like it. But I thought I was gonna love it. But Lisa Ruby in South Carolina forcefully ordered me, "Oh, you bought it, you make sure you eat it." And she forcefully ordered me to eat the salted caramel peanut butter that, and it's like a friend, even though she was much older, but if you're supposed to have the role of a friend, not an authority figure, to try to tell me what to do and control how I eat and everything. And she also weaponized all my traumas against me and called it deliverance ministry. But if I would have stayed there any longer, I probably would have ended up beating the fuck out of her. But her crazy husband was walking around with a damn gun. Her husband was walking around with a gun. And so to avoid getting angry, and she kept on, like Trisha, kept on antagonizing, triggering, and provoking me. And I had enough. So I left. I went broke and ended up on the streets for 9 days. And I left before things could escalate and get worse. But a couple of days before I left Miss Lisa Ruby, for 2 or 3 days, her husband Gary he was either walking around with a gun in his pocket, or and I'm like, y'all supposed to be a Christian family. What are you doing? I don't even know if they were planning to shoot me. But Miss Lisa Ruby would do stuff like me. The first time me and her had a heated argument. No, that was the time when she falsely accused me of stealing juice or something like that. And I'm like, why would I have my own juice? And my twin sister would do that too. I have my own such and such. And you falsely accused me of stealing what I have of my own. Why would I take yours? So Miss Lisa, that's what it was when me and Miss Lisa Ruby had the big falling out and huge argument over a cup of false when her falsely accused me of stealing a cup of juice. And she was gaslighting me in the food that I bought. She was gaslighting me into hiding my food. I mean, they were sharing meals with me as it was, but I don't know why she's tripping over something I didn't do. And so, as I said, Lisa Ruby nearly fainted. And that gun was on the counter. She nearly fainted when I told her, "You the very same witch that you want to call everybody else." So I'm gonna go for now. As I said, I was just, you know, I mean, as I said, I was just coming on here. I mean, the online perps lied and said that I get hundreds of dollars. You know, and if I was, that ain't your business. It's not your fucking business. You hundreds of dollars didn't come from you. So why should it matter to you? We're too old for this shit. Too grown for this shit. You want to tattletale, make threats to tattletale to Social Security like a fucking kindergartner. Go back to fucking kindergarten. Because I'm pretty sure you failed it.